Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're just going to recap the AFL scores which has happened. So we had Collingwood that played tonight, so that's wrapping up the round. So we're just going to speak about that, talk about the results, and follow on from the video we posted a couple of days ago speaking about who's playing who. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first game you can see we're going to speak about is actually Port Adelaide take on the Bombers. So pretty much that game, as I was explaining in my last video, that I actually thought that the Essendon didn't have a shot, and they didn't. They only kicked 29 points, and it just seems like the power. They're on a roll. They're winning games of football. Their big players are dominating. Like Travis Boak is just doing phenomenal this year. Like I wouldn't count him out as a Brownlow chance as much as Lockie Neal has been absolutely brilliant. I think there will be some sneaky people coming up there, but the Power just looks so strong. They're just playing hard footy. Their defense, sorry, is holding up particularly well. And then their forward line is just their young guns are firing. Charlie Dixon being in there is just elite. But yeah, so it wasn't a too exciting game to watch. If you're a Port fan, it's game's exciting because you're really winning and you're really doing a great job. But yeah, so pretty much, yeah, I knew Port would win. Yeah, Port, good game by Port. Yeah, just Essendon are just looking shocking. And then unfortunately, another disappointing result, as you can see, for the Giants, my team. Yeah, it's shattering to know that that's pretty much the Giants' finals campaign over because I don't think we'll beat the Saints. I think the Saints are too strong. But yeah, so we lost to Melbourne by, I think it was just the 5 points, which is, yeah, devastating. Maybe six. I think it might have been a goal. No, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong game there. Yeah, 4 or 5 points. Yeah, shattering, absolutely heartbreaking. Because we played well. That's something that was, as much as we lost, it was actually really good to actually see us play some football. As we've played rubbish football where we haven't kicked straight, we haven't started well, where we actually did okay in this game. But all credit to Melbourne, they were the better team. We were the better team here and there, but they just managed to finish it off and hold us off. But we were coming, but yeah, just not good enough in the end. So that's pretty much, I think, the Giants' finals race done. I don't think we'll beat the Saints, as I'm saying. But look, Melbourne's still in a sniff. I think Melbourne still have a chance, but they've been pushed out of the eight tonight by Collingwood winning. But yeah, I think Melbourne will have a shot. But yeah, so a disappointing result for the Giants, but credit to Melbourne, they were the better team. Then we had the Crows versus the Blues, which was for me a surprising game. You'd think that the Blues had to win for their finals to be alive. And Adelaide were going into it, as you know, with form after they've won the last three games now on the trot. You know, they're doing pretty well. They might save their season when it comes to not finishing bottom because if somehow these the Crows can beat the Tigers, I think they've got this week, and I think North have got Geelong or Port. I can't remember which one's which. Can't remember who's got who actually. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm just guessing there. But yeah, just the Crows were very strong, and the Blues started slow again, but then they creeped back. But yeah, all credit to the Crows. They were just too powerful, too strong, and yeah, they really put on a display. And they're finishing the season on a high with one round to go. And then we got the Hawks and the Bulldogs. So this was a crucial game for the Bulldogs because if the Bulldogs lose, Melbourne they could be not in the eight. Um, but they are in the eight because they won and they did a comfortable job. Um, yeah, very serious knee injury in the first quarter. I think in the first couple of minutes of the game to the mind. It's gone. I'm not a massive Dogs fan, so I don't really keep an eye on. But yeah, shattering news to when you go down. Any player goes with a knee, but it could be an ACL. But I haven't seen the scans. We haven't seen the results yet. But devastating. He still kicked a goal and got one disposals, but his name is just it's gone. I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, Bulldogs got the job done. Like I think it's 36 points. What more do you want? So good win by the Bulldogs. It pushes them into the eight. It's locked them in finals. Because there's no other team that can overtake that. I think the only team that could battle, I think, is St Kilda. I think St Kilda are eighth now. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I could be wrong. I haven't had a look at the ladder. So, But let me just quickly get out of this to get back to the screen to scroll down because we've got some more rounds to talk about. It's been an exciting round. It was an exciting round, I think, regarding who's going to make the finals. And we've got three teams that are fighting now to get to the finals. So let's go down here and let's speak about these two games right now. So, let's get it. If I can get it working, here we go. Let's give it a go. So we had the Swans and the Lions. That was actually a really, really good contest. Actually, it wasn't. I thought the Lions would dominate, but they didn't in the end. Sydney were coming. I think it was 9 points at some point in that last, but then credit to the Lions, they kicked a couple of goals late and they put it to bed. But credit to Sydney as well for really putting up a fight. Their season was done and dusted, but man, they're still showing that they have some sort of fight left in the tank. So, which is, yeah, it's good. And, you've got to give credit to Sydney for really trying. And the Lions, especially, they're just playing well. So, that locks, I think, a semi final, I think, in Brisbane at home. So I think, as I've been saying, if Brisbane make the grand final, I think they'll win because it's their home deck. They know it better than anyone else. And then the last game, which finished tonight, is the Magpies and the Suns, which I was really hoping the Suns would win because I think that secured Collingwood finals. And, Collingwood are getting players back. They had Treloar back now. They've got DeGoey. So they're becoming a full-strength side. But you can't judge them on that because in the grand final in 2018, they were a strong side and they still lost. Suckers. Yeah, but the Suns, average season, great start to the season. Yeah, you can't fault it. Absolutely not. Like, they've had a great start to the season and they've really, not lowered the standard. They just haven't won for a while and they're battling hard. So, yeah, a bit of a stretch for them. But yeah, credit to Magpies. So let's get in. I'm actually going to show, let's see if I can get to this and show the ladder standings. We'll go here. Let me just try and find a ladder just to see what we've got here. So let's have a look here and see what we can do. Nope, I don't want that. Games, live scores. Let's just search up the ladder, hey. So we'll go to the standings just here. So we'll talk quickly about the teams which are here. I don't know. This might pause because, yeah, you got to switch between screens. So pretty much with here, as you can see, Port's still on top, but they're equal with the Brisbane Lions. So they've both had the same amount of losses and they've both had the same amount of wins. And then you've got Richmond, which is sitting in, third. So Richmond locked in 100%, and they're locked in for the top 4, I think. Oh, not necessarily. I think if the West Coast can win, then yeah, anything can happen. So yeah, that's your top 5, which is a pretty strong top 5. Port Adelaide done well, Brisbane have done really well. Richmond was poor at the start of the season, but then they've really lifted their game and really shown that that they can match it with the best again. And then Geelong, they've made finals a couple of years in a row, I think, and they've just done so well with their recruiting still. And then the West Coast, you would expect the West Coast to be there after being premiership. They were in the premiership and they won it in 2018, so you'd expect them to be there. Let's scroll down now. Let's go big. Here we go. So let's go from Saints down. So this might be pretty crappy, but let's give it a go. Okay, so let's get to the bottom half of the ladder. So as you can see, you can't see because I'm there, but you've got St Kilda, which is sitting in 6 at the moment on 36 points. So pretty much the top above them is almost secure now, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they can change. The only top 4 can change. And then you've got Western Bulldogs jump from outside the 8 into 7th with that win. So, which is a big margin. But then you've got Collingwood sitting in 8. They may have won, but they're sitting on 34 points, which gives any team for the Giants, So it will be a race in the end between the Giants and Melbourne. So if Melbourne lose, they won't make the finals potentially. And if the Giants can win somehow, we could try and still get into the finals. So there's a lot of changing between there. Anything can happen in the last round. This is going to be a great way to finish it. Like, I'm actually really looking forward to it to see what happens. And St Kilda and the Giants is going to be a great game. And then, yeah, you've got Fremantle on, 28 points. They've been pretty average this year. They haven't really done much at all. They've been pretty poor. They've won a couple lately, which has been okay, but very poor. Carlton, I can't say they've been poor. I can say they've been very unlucky, I think, with losing a couple late in games and letting teams come back. But haven't had the worst season. And then Essendon, poor like normal. I think they just haven't done well lately. They're just a struggling team. Injuries have hurt them. Danaher coming back late wasn't probably the greatest for them. Then the Suns have been poor. You're expecting them to do something. They've got such an elite squad, young. They started well and they've dropped off. Then Sydney, another poor team. Um, yeah, just a team that was poor last year too. They just start slow and they just cannot build themselves to get back to where they need to be. And then you've also now got Hawthorn. That's probably been the 4 wins. And it's like, yeah, they can't not have 4 wins. 2015, 2014, 13, they were premierships. They were winning their flags, all happy. Now they're battling. And then they've had 2 retirements today. I think Popolo and Stratton are both retiring today. So big news coming out of the Hawks place. So interesting. And then you got North. There will be an interesting battle, I think, between, as I was saying, North and the Crows. If somehow they can pull both upsets. I think talking about it, I don't know if it's the Crows or the North that have West Coast. I know one of them's got West Coast and one of them's got Richmond. That will be a hell of a round. If one of those teams can knock off, they might not be on the bottom of the ladder. One might drop below the other. So it's going to be very interesting to finish the round. So what a round 18 we've got in store. Like, holy man, it's going to be an absolute ripper. I'm looking forward to it. Like, you've got teams that can finish still on the bottom, teams that can make it into the 8, and the top 4 is still not secure. Third and fourth are still not 100% sealed. So, yeah, that's all I've got for this video. I really appreciate you guys watching. Yeah, and I'm enjoying making these videos. So please let me know what you guys think. It's been an enjoyable sort of time doing these videos. And the AFL season comes to an end. I'll still do up to the finals, and then we'll have to figure another sport we're going to have to talk about. What sport can we do? So yeah, please let me know what you think. I'd love to hear some feedback of what you want me to talk about on the channel. But yeah, really appreciate it. Please please subscribe it. Tell some mates that are into footy or sport, because I've been talking about the EPL lately as well. But yeah, I really appreciate it. I hope you really enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.